Hello Blackwell's readers, my name is Richard Ovenden and I'm Bodleigh's librarian here at the University of Oxford. I normally spend my day just a few yards away from Blackwell's flagship bookstore in Broad Street. And you'll probably have seen me staggering around the shop with piles of books as I did just a few hours ago today. And like me, I'm sure you value Blackwell's as one of the great civic institutions in Oxford and in other places around the country. I'm going to talk to you a little bit about my new book, Burning the Books, A History of Knowledge Under Attack, which is published by John Murray at the beginning of September. I've worked in libraries for all of my professional life, and I'm passionate about the work that they do and the value that they give to society. I was motivated to write this book by reading an article about the destruction of the landing records relating to the Windrush generation of immigrants into this country. At the time, government policy was to impose a hostile environment. And I was angered because the same government department, the Home Office, was pursuing this regime, had in their own possession the landing records which proved the right of citizenship for many of those individuals, and they chose to destroy those records. And it brought home to me the very tangible importance for everyday individuals' lives, for their livelihoods, for their peace of mind, that information and knowledge has, and the terrible impact when it's destroyed. And I decided to take a long look at history, over 4,000 years of examples where knowledge has been deliberately destroyed and the impact that that has had on society. And I wanted to look in particular at the institutions that society is entrusted with the preservation of knowledge, libraries and archives, and the way that over long periods of time, individuals have chosen to attack those institutions, and on some occasions even to attack the librarians and archivists who work in them. This is important, as my book shows, because libraries and archives, through their role as preservers of knowledge, allow our society to be educated. They bring in a diversity of information so that we can make decisions or we can become more creative. They allow for openness, transparency and integrity in decision making through preserving key pieces of information. And they allow communities and whole societies to understand their own past and to celebrate their own identities. And so libraries and archives are absolutely vital for the health of society, for an educated community, and for democracy itself, because democracy depends on access to knowledge. My book is intended to take that long view and to examine the motivations of those who sought to eradicate the past and to deny the truth, and to take a look at the role that libraries and archives and the people who've worked in them, but also others who've been powerfully important in the preservation of knowledge. Scholars, sometimes poets, sometimes archaeologists, sometimes collectors, but most importantly librarians and archivists, and the role that they've played in helping to pass information on from one generation to the next. We all take it for granted today, but we lose it at our peril.